What's going on YouTube? My name is Phantomatic, and today I basically want to come on here today to basically discuss Ciaccona as a whole. And not only that, but I also want to discuss whether or not she is going to be viable for not only Arrow Rover and the upcoming 2.4 Arrow DPS Carthethiya / Fleur-de-Lis, but also potentially Zani. Yeah, Zani is back yet again for another video. I'm always happy to discuss Zani, but yeah, we got a couple of things to discuss. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight on with this video. So the first thing I want to do is discuss Ciaccona's kit. Now, we're just going to kind of quickly get through it, just kind of discuss a couple of important things about the kit, nothing too crazy. So let's just get straight into that. First things first is her basic attack. Now, the cool thing is that Ciaccona's fourth attack is going to inflict 1 stack of arrow erosion. As you can see here, basic attack stage 4 inflicts 1 stack of arrow erosion upon target hit. Pretty darn cool that Ciaccona, I believe, is the first character. It's either Ciaccona or Phoebe is the first character to inflict the element debuff with their basic attack. Again, I don't know about Phoebe because I'll be honest, I haven't checked out her kit that much because I'm not really interested in her. But if Ciaccona is the first character, then that's pretty cool. But for some reason, I think it's Phoebe. But whatever. This is going to be really helpful for trying to continuously stack up on arrow erosion for your team, because I do believe that arrow erosion is more of a damage over time thing. So over time, the stacks are going to deal arrow damage to the enemies. So this is going to be pretty nice for your team and for Ciaccona as a whole when it comes to inflicting arrow erosion. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to call it erosion. I think that's just way easier. Erosion. When the first 3 stages of Ciaccona's basic attacks are interrupted by dodges, press basic attack in time to resume the attack cycle and cast the corresponding basic attack stage. After basic attack stage 4, Ciaccona starts a solo concert. If Ciaccona's basic attack stage 4 or solo concert ends early, proactively, or being interrupted, an assemble sylph is generated. Now, if you don't know what an assemble sylph is, an assemble sylph is essentially her shadow clone. So you know how she has her green shadow clone whenever you see her gameplay? That is essentially what the assemble sylph is. And we're going to get into it, but I'm just going to tell you right now, she can use up to 2 assemble sylphs on the field. Solo concert. When Ciaccona or assemble sylph performs a solo concert, they give a 24% arrow damage bonus. So yes, once this shadow clone or her is on the field doing her, cool little music in the solo, you're immediately getting your 24% arrow damage bonus. Insane. That is so good. Like, that is actually insanely good. And which also makes sense as to why you want Ciaccona on the field first. So she will be first on your team, or basically she'll be first on the field all the time. So you can not only get the arrow erosion from her attacks, but also get this 24% arrow damage bonus from her solo concert. As you can see here, the effect is not stackable. So if you have 2 shadow clones on the field, that is not going to be a 48% arrow erosion damage bonus. So no, that's not going to happen. Let's get into what the assemble sylph does. Assemble sylph. Up to 2 assemble sylphs may exist simultaneously. If Ciaccona's basic attack stage 4 is interrupted, the assemble sylph generated will finish the attack for Ciaccona and enter solo concert. If Ciaccona's solo concert is interrupted, the assemble sylph generated will continue the solo concert for Ciaccona. Aside from the 2 situations mentioned above, assemble sylph generated by resonant skill will finish Ciaccona's current attack without entering solo concert. So yeah, basically, you're getting solo concert regardless of whatever happens on the field. You're essentially getting the solo concert. So that's pretty nice. So there is no hiccups, there is no but what if. No, there's literally no what if. You are getting that 24% arrow damage bonus from Ciaccona. Absolutely peak. Her heavy attack doesn't do anything, her aimed attack doesn't do anything, her mid attack does not do anything, and her dodge counter does not do anything. So we're going to get straight into her resonant skill, Harmonic Allegro, or Allegro. My bad, I can't read. Move a certain distance, dealing aerial damage and inflicting 1 stack of arrow erosion on the target upon it. Jesus Christ. Press normal attack in time to cast basic attack stage 2. When Ciaccona interrupts basic attack, heavy attack, mid attack, or solo concert with resonant skill, an assemble sylph is generated. So again, you're literally getting your 24% arrow damage bonus regardless. It does not matter what you do, you're getting it. And on top of that, her skill is going to drop 1 stack of arrow erosion. Now, you may be wondering, why isn't she stacking like crazy amounts of arrow erosion with these skills or basic attack? Okay, as I was saying, there is a reason for that. And it's right here with her Resonance Liberation, Singer's Triple Cadenza. Ciaccona and Assemble Sylphs perform an improvised symphonic poem together, dealing arrow damage once to nearby targets and entering you know what? It enters reticle. When in reticle, sound waves will periodically redicate around Ciaccona. When the sound wave overlaps with the circle indicator, press the green or yellow buttons to generate symphonic poem, tonic of the corresponding color, and recover a certain amount of concerto energy. Now, what are those yellow and green or yellow colors? Good question. The green color is arrow erosion, and the yellow color is spectral frazzle. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ciaccona is literally giving you 2 debuffs of 2 elements. She is an arrow unit giving you spectral frazzle debuffs, which is insane, by the way. That is crazy. Reticle. When the reticle sound would rise, we already went through that. During reticle, switching to another resonator does not end reticle, but automatically generates a symphonic poem, tonic matching the color of the last generated tonic before switching. A green symphonic poem, tonic is generated by default if no interaction input is given before switching to another resonator. So yes, it is going to automatically by default always hit arrow erosion. So you don't have to worry about manually pressing arrow erosion before switching away. So for example, for your Carthethiya team, all you really want to do, I said team. Right, so as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. What I was saying is that essentially for your Carthethiya team, all you want to do is just pop ultimate, then quickly swap into swap into Arrow Rover, then swap into, Carthethiya / Flillies to do your big chunky damage. But let's continue here. Ciaccona is immune to interruption and takes 50% less damage. Pretty good. Exit reticle by pressing Resonance Liberation again or switching Ciaccona back onto the field. Assemble Sylphs can now directly grant arrow bonus provided by solo concert. So you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that. Her shadow clones can now directly grant arrow damage bonus provided by solo concert during reticle. So you don't have to add a shadow clone onto the field after you pop ultimate. The shadow clone is literally just gonna give you the arrow damage bonus in this ultimate. So good. Actually, really insane. Symphonic Poem Tonic. Green tonic deals arrow damage to nearby targets and inflicts a stack of arrow erosion. Yellow tonic deals arrow damage and inflicts a stack of spectral frazzle on hit, which is why I was talking about, is she going to be good for Zani? Just fine. Let's wait and see. We'll talk about that just now. So next up, we're gonna get through her forte circuit real quick. Symphony of Wind and Verse. Heavy attack, quadruple downbeat. When there are 3 segments of musical essence, heavy attack is replaced with quadruple downbeat. So basically kind of telling you how to, this is basically her enhanced heavy attack. So consume all musical essence to shoot a downbeat note forward to deal arrow damage, pulling in nearby targets and inflicting 1 stack of arrow erosion on the target hit. So yeah, basically she's going to be able to group enemies so you can clear them one swift go with any DPS you're using. That's also pretty good. So far, she is sounding like a pretty insane supporter. Pretty insane. Musical Essence. Ciaccona can hold up to 3 segments of musical essence. Casting basic attack stage 4 or intro skill recovers 1 musical essence. And here we are with her passives. Interlude 2. Casting Resonance Liberation, Singer's Triple Cadenza grants Ciaccona a shield equal to 100% of her max HP for 4 seconds. Switching out Ciaccona removes the shield. And her second skill, Wind of Renacida, increase heavy attack quadruple downbeat damage by 30%. So some pretty standard passives, but I'm not gonna lie, as a supporter, just having shields on your supporters always good. I do wish it was for everybody, but we can't have every single thing now. Ciaccona can literally become the best supporter in the game now. Let's slow down. And last but not least, we're looking at her intro and outro skill. Intro skill, Roaming with the Wind. Attack the target to deal arrow damage and inflict a stack of arrow erosion. So yeah, she literally has 3 ways of stacking arrow erosion: basic attack, skill, and ultimate. Wait, basic attack, skill, ultimate, and intro skill. So she has like 4 ways. Insane. Outro skill, arrow erosion damage dealt to targets near the active resonator is amplified by 100% for 30 seconds. So remember when I said that arrow erosion can actively like deal like arrow damage when erosion is on the enemies? So yeah, just imagine that, but it's amplified as it says by 100% for 30 seconds when they're near a resonator. So you could just imagine hitting the enemies with the nastiest combos known to mankind. On top of that, they're getting hit with an amplified amount of arrow erosion to the back. Oh my goodness. She sounds fun. I'm not even gonna hold you. If I wasn't saving up for the Cyberpunk collab, I most definitely would be pulling Ciaccona. But I'm not gonna be going through her dupes. I'm not here to do all of that. We were just here to talk about her kid. And so far, if I were to say, is she worth pulling for? 110% yes. And I say this because, let's be honest, Arrow Rover is not the best thing to happen to this game. Arrow Rover heavily relies on other characters applying debuffs to get off arrow erosion. If I do remember correctly, I think Arrow Rover's skill applies it. Now, we can just check real quick, honestly. So I'm currently on Arrow Rover. We're just gonna look at his skill real quick. Jump to the mid-air, dealing arrow damage. Okay, could you piss off? Thank you. While in mid-air, press resistance skill again, which removes all stacks of Spectral Frazzle, Havoc Bane, Fusion Burst, Glacial Chafe, and inflicts 1 stack of arrow erosion for each stack. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good for Arrow Rover here. As I said, Arrow Rover is very, very reliant on other people applying debuffs to then apply said debuffs. Yeah, this is really not looking good for Arrow Rover. Wow. Okay, wow. So basically what you want to do is use Arrow Rover first, then use outro skill, go into Ciaccona, which again, maximum stack of erosion the target can receive by 3 for 10 seconds. So that would be pretty good for Ciaccona as well, especially with her ultimate. And then you want to go into your DPS. So yeah, I most definitely would say if you're planning on pulling Fleur-de-Lis/Carthethiya, I would recommend picking up Ciaccona, because not only is Ciaccona going to obviously be Carthethiya's best in slot supporter, but this is also just going to make your overall play experience with Carthethiya just even better, because as I said, Arrow Rover is very, very, very reliant on other characters using debuffs. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that it's impossible, because people will make it possible. But yeah, I just wouldn't take the risk and not pull Ciaccona. Ciaccona is a honestly really solid DPS. Like I said DPS. Really solid supporter. Like, I'm talking tier 0.5, close to tier 0 supporter, which is insane. So yeah, I would most definitely say go ahead and pull her. Most definitely. She is so good. I would be pulling her too, but unfortunately I have to save up for Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk collab. And as for Zani, honestly, yeah, the fact that she can passively apply Spectral Frazzle with her ultimate and she doesn't even need to be on the field to do so is insane. And while Zani is absolutely wailing on the enemies, she can also consistently apply Spectral Frazzle with her ultimate off field as well. So while Zani is converting the Spectral Frazzle already applied on the enemy, Ciaccona is going to also just continuously apply Spectral Frazzle as well while she's converting it. Come on, that's a win-win deal for me. That is a win-win deal for me. But yeah, that is going to be it for the video. I just kind of want to quickly come on and just discuss Ciaccona. I mean, I know I'm late, but you know, as I said, all heroes perfectly arrive late or something like that. I don't really know. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My Discord server is live right now, so make sure you go check that out whenever you can. And I will see you all in the next Wuthering Waves video. Signing off.
So tired. I don't wanna fight, but you're a liar. I need your help, cause the situation's dire. I'm so sick of using people to get higher.